Hi everyone, this is a review of 20 wax melt scents from Mia Bella Scent Company. Mia Bella Scent Company is a crafter of organic and dye-free scented wax melts. They use their own proprietary blend of beeswax and soy waxes, handcrafted and hand-poured in State College, Pennsylvania, using the highest quality standards possible. Mia Bella's product offerings are always growing. You can visit them on their website at www.mbscentcompany.com. That's M as in Mary, B as in boy, S as in Sam, CENT company.com. You can use promo code WM Reviews. That's WM as in Mary, Reviews with an S at the end to save 15% off the order. We enjoyed reviewing these wax melts. In general, they're great scents with very good throw. And although the wax is beeswax and soy, it's not soft or crumbly. The surface of the wax is a little bit greasy, but the wax itself is actually quite hard and it's not messy and it's easy to break off a cube. And all of these are the same color. They're all white. They don't have any dye in them. You can see the surface is just a tiny bit greasy, but it's very easy if you want to break off a cube. It's actually very easy to do that, and you can see there's right there. So it's not like it's soft, crumbly wax that you would expect from soy wax and beeswax. One thing we did notice is that the lids don't sit well on the clamshells. They tend to leave gaps when it's closed, and when you have gaps in the clamshell, that can cause the scent to dissipate within weeks or months. And you can see here, I just closed this and it's not really quite closed. So you kind of have to go around the edges and really make sure it's totally closed on every edge. And then if you press it too hard in the middle, it pops open again on the edges. You see, it just popped open again. Okay. Let's see, now it's kind of like, there we go. I think we're good. So just make sure that when you snap it shut, that it is snapped shut on all sides of it, because you don't want to leave any of those gaps open. I found this to be more of an issue when there's no cubes removed because of some kind of a weird suction process. Once you've removed a cube, it seems to not be as much of an issue. I don't know why that is, but just kind of be aware of that. It's definitely not a deal breaker, but something to be aware of. So I will start the actual review of each scent, and we will start with Autumn Magic. And again, they're all white. And if you've never seen my reviews before, I don't actually look at the scent notes until after I've done the review because I don't want to be swayed by what I think it should smell like. So Autumn Magic, the notes are top notes of lemon and apple, middle notes of anise, cinnamon, and ginger, and base notes of woods, musk, and vanilla. On cold sniff, the easiest way to describe this is pumpkin pie blended with a perfumey floral, with cinnamon, then nutmeg, and maybe a smidgen of ginger, and maybe a smidgen of apple, like a fresh sweet apple rather than fall or caramel apple. Melted, however, the nutmeg, the pumpkiny, or the nutmeg, pumpkiny, and apple notes disappear entirely, and it's just a super sweet cinnamon scent with musk and notes of incense, tobacco, and or patchouli. It's actually a fantastic scent. Looking at the notes, there's no floral or any incensey or tobacco notes, but it does have musk. I don't detect anise at all, which smells like licorice, which I don't like. I don't detect lemon either. I do get a tiny bit of the woods as well as the vanilla. It's actually a nice different scent, and I love it. And the throw is strong, like a 3.5 out of 5. Would do well in a medium to a large sized room. Next we have Berry Bewitching Brew. The notes are top notes of peach, apricot, and blackberries, middle notes of mandarin, cinnamon, and rose, and bottom notes of a hint of woodsy musk. I smell black cherry, but it's not an intense biting black cherry, nor is it a light maraschino cherry. I'm also getting some other sweet fruits that I can't identify, maybe like pomegranate. I also detect a hint of orange as well as a smidgen of floral. It's actually very nice. Looking at the notes, I don't get peach or apricot at all, which is good because I'm not a fan of peach or apricot. And I don't get the cinnamon, and I guess the floral could be rose. I don't know if I'm really detecting rose, but I guess it could be. This one's actually very nice too, and the throw is strong, 3.5 out of 5. Next is Best Friends. Notes are boysenberries, elderberries, strawberries, guava, and pomegranate with a down of soft vanilla. I smell black cherry in this one too, with a hint of some other fruits, I think. I'm pretty sure I also smell strawberry and maybe boysenberry. It's sweeter than most black cherry scents, which tempers much of that harshness that black cherry scents tend to have. When melted, it takes on a tiny bit of a chemical note, but it's not enough to ruin the scent. It's super strong on cold sniff, very nice scent. The throw is medium, like a 3 out of 5, would do well in a small to a medium sized room, which is kind of surprising because it was so strong on cold sniff. I expected it would be like a scent monster that would take over the entire house. But it's actually nice if you do like fruit scents, but you find them to be too overwhelming. With the medium throw, 3 out of 5, that won't be the case. Next we have Better Than Sex Cake. I love that scent name. The notes are German chocolate cake blended with semi-sweet chocolate chips and laced with crunchy toffee bits. Vanilla cream and butterscotch syrup create a luscious undertone while hints of almond and coconut complete the yummy blend. I smell sweet almond, vanilla, chocolate, and coconut in that order. It may also have a hint of caramel. It's an incredible scent, but the throw was poor. It was 1 out of 5. I could only smell it from like maybe a few inches to maybe a foot away, and I don't know why that is. But it's kind of a shame because it's such a great scent. But yeah, this one just was not strong at all. But thankfully, that's the only one out of all these that has that problem with that much weakness. So that's not a bad thing. Next, we have caramelized pear. Notes are crimson pears sprinkled in caramelized brown sugar with maple butter drizzled with honey and vanilla. This is a yummy combination of pear and caramel. It's sweet and rich, but it's not overly sweet, and it has a teensy bit of a sour or even a burnt note that I can't figure out. But it's not nearly enough to ruin the scent. That's probably just part of the whole caramelization pear combination. It might have a smidgen of cloves in the background. Looking at the notes, no cloves, but there's maple, honey, caramel, so it's all kind of the same similar types of scents. Throw on this one is strong, 3.5 out of 5. Very nice. Next we've got country. If you've seen my reviews before, you know how this bugs me. It's supposed to be country splendor. Country splendor. Not slender, splendor. Anyway, the notes are apples, oak, balsam, fir, and pine with a background of cinnamon and clove. This is a nice apple cider scent with cinnamon, a bit of cloves, a bit of cloves, a little bit of mulling spices that give it that slightly sour apple cider note, but not in a bad way, as well as a hint of woodsy brown leaves and possibly a smidgen of pine way in the background. It's mostly apple cider, like 80% apple cider, 15% wood, and 5% pine. It's a nice fall scent, and looking at the notes, they're spot on. The throw is very strong, 4 out of 5, would do well in a large room and maybe outside the room. So that's very nice country slender scent. Oh, it's funny. Next we have cranberry balsam. Notes are fresh balsam fir needles and hints of citrus, rose, nutmeg, and jasmine with bold notes of tart cranberries and fresh greenery. This is a fantastic scent of pine, wood with a smidgen of smokiness, cranberry, and vanilla. On cold sniff, it's mostly pine and only a tiny bit sweet, but when melting, much of the pine and woodsy notes disappear and the scent is sweeter with more cranberry. Looking at the notes, I don't get any citrus at all, nor do I get jasmine, rose, or any floral notes, although some of the sweetness could be from the florals, although I don't smell floral notes per se. I think I detect a hint of cloves, which might be nutmeg instead, although there aren't any pumpkiny notes in this scent. It's a really nice scent. I liked it better on Cold Snap when the pine note was stronger, but it's still very nice. The throw on this one is mild, like a 2.5 out of 5. Would do well in a very small to a small room. Next we have Elf Sweat. Notes are a bubbly magical blend of candy, candy canes, candy corn, and syrup with effervescent spicy soda pop bubbles to provide a unique magical top note. This is a fantastic super sweet vanilla and lime scent with a smidgen of a fizzy soda note, but not nearly enough to be bothersome. It's a great scent. Looking at the notes, I'm not getting candy cane since there's no peppermint or any mint in this scent at all, and I do not see lime at all in the notes. And I'm just going to sniff it one more time just to see. Oh, it's definitely lime. Oh, it is absolutely lime. This is primarily lime, like a lime soda, but not. Oh, come on, close now. A lime soda, but not overly fizzy. So I don't know why lime is not shown in the scent notes, but candy canes are, even though there is like no peppermint or any type of mint whatsoever. It's a great scent. The throw is strong, like a 3.5 out of 5. Next is Endlessly in Love. Notes are a green fruity floral bouquet with apple, rose, and jasmine top notes with a sweet, woodsy, musky background. Apple is the predominant note with a sweet floral that could be rose or lily and maybe a bit of pear. It's a really nice fresh apple scent that smells a little like a high quality apple scented air freshener spray. Looking at the notes, I don't get wood or musk, and it's not perfumey. The scent dissipated within 1 to 2 hours. So it really did not last long at all, but the throw was strong, like a 3.5 out of 5. Next is Fresh Fallen Leaves. And there's no notes provided for this scent. It's not a typical apple, brown leaves type fall scent at all. It's a green, slightly zesty, but not like a salad zesty. There's no acidic, lemony notes. It's a slightly woodsy, very soapy bamboo type scent with a hint of floral, although it's not actually a floral scent. It's only a little bit sweet. It doesn't smell like leaves at all, but it's a fantastic scent that smells like it belongs in a bathroom because of that soapiness. And the throw is mild, like a 2.5 out of 5 would do well in a very small to small room. So it actually is a great scent for a bathroom. Next is Harvest Moon. Top notes of pear, blueberries, and pineapple. Middle notes of juniper berries and eucalyptus. Bottom notes of spruce, woods, Douglas fir, cedar, and white musk. This is a perfect combination of pine and fruit. The fruit could be cranberry, I'm not really sure. It has a bayberry note. Looking at the notes, I do detect all of them except the blueberries and the pineapple. So maybe it's that combination that I think smells like cranberry because there's no cranberry in the notes. I think I do detect the musk, although there's really no perfumey scents. And this scent has only a smidgen of... Oh no, I don't smell the musk. I'm sorry, I don't smell musk. There's no perfumey notes. And this scent only has a smidgen of sweetness from the fruit. I actually love this scent. It's a fantastic scent. The throw is medium, like a 3 out of 5 would do well in a small to medium-sized room. Next is Lick Me All Over. Notes of raspberry, cantaloupe, watermelon, middle notes of jasmine and violet, fresh top notes of grapefruit and kumquat. I smell apple and some other fruits like berries, melon, peach, I'm not really sure, along with a hint of floral, but the scent has a tiny bit of a sour fruit note, but not at all in a bad way, that I can't figure out. It could be a smidgen of pine or even grapefruit, although it's not bitter. So I just found out that kumquats are like sweet and or tart, with hints of lemon and pine, which is why I'm thinking there could be like a grapefruit or citrus or a pine, because that might be the kumquat. I actually don't smell lemon at all, but I think there could be a smidgen of a sour citrusy note way in the background. If it were much sweeter and it didn't have that sour note and it had more apple, it might be similar to the Endlessly in Love scent. It's really hard to describe this one. I wasn't sure if I'd like it on cold snip, but when it's melted, it is fantastic. And the throw is very strong. 4 out of 5 would do well in a large room or even outside the room. So Lick Me All Over is a winner. Next, we've got the Smell of Money. So this one's kind of unusual. The notes are, well, it's really no notes. It says, this wax melt actually smells like the cotton in money as well as the fresh ink top notes. Now you can say you have money to burn. So yeah, this is a weird idea for a wax melt scent, but it kind of works. It's supposed to smell like paper money, which tends to have like a slightly woodsy scent with ink notes when the bills are new. And this does sort of smell like that. I get the woodsy note and what I assume is supposed to smell like ink. And it kind of does, like when you're at a print shop. But it also has a little bit of a green plant note. Not grass, but something earthy and natural. It's an unusual scent, and when it's melted, it takes on a little bit more woodsiness with a tiny bit more smokiness and less of the ink note. Like I said, it's unusual, and it would make a great gift. So you could say, hey, I got you some money for your birthday. So this is definitely something for a gift for sure. The throw is mild, like a 2.5 out of 5 would do well in a very small to a small room. Next we have Pilgrim Pie. And when I first saw this, it was Pilgrim's Pie, I thought it said pumpkin pie, and I smelled it and I'm like, well, not really pumpkin pie, but no, it's Pilgrim's Pie, which is different. This one has top notes of pumpkin and lemon, middle notes of champagne, grapes, nutmeg, and smoked cinnamon, and base notes of vanilla, tea leaves, and hickory. Hickory, that is the note to pay attention to. This might be one of the yummiest scents I've ever smelled. It smells like pumpkin pie with extra nutmeg, rich salty caramel, and the note that totally differentiates this scent, a hint of mesquite, which I thought was mesquite, but it's actually hickory. It's also very slightly smoky, but like a smoky bakery note rather than smoked wood. It sounds like a weird combination that wouldn't work, but it works incredibly well, and it smells so good. Looking at the notes, I don't detect lemon, champagne, grapes, or tea at all, but there's the hickory, which I thought was mesquite. There's the nutmeg and the cinnamon. The vanilla is probably what I thought was caramel. Melted, I don't get as much of the richness and just a tiny bit of the smokiness. And the combination ends up smelling more like just nutmeg and cloves when it's melted, which is still very nice, but it just smells so much more incredible on cold snip with that like mesquite smoky note. The throw on this one is strong, 3.5 out of 5. So yes, very nice scent there. Next we have Satsuma. The notes are orange, mandarin, mango, peach, lime, jasmine, and orange flowers. Satsumas smell like sour oranges, but not at all in a bad way, with notes of grapefruit and lemon, and that's what this smells like. It's barely sweet at all, although real Satsuma fruit is quite sweet. But Satsuma for candles and wax melts is sour. Looking at the notes, I don't get peach, but maybe that's what I think is grapefruit. I don't get the jasmine or flowers at all, but I do get a smidgen of the mango. It's a great scent, and this is a type of orange that you want to mix with pine, because this sour orange and pine is an incredible combination. The throw on this one is very strong. 4 out of 5 would do well in a large room or outside the room, so Satsuma is a winner, and it's also great for blending. Next we have Sleigh Ride. Notes are pine, apples, and cinnamon, bayberry, holly, and a hint of vanilla. I expected, based on the name, that this would be a minty or a pine scent, but it's not. It's a very nice apple caramel scent with a hint of cinnamon, with sweet creamy vanilla, and a smidgen of something else I can't identify, maybe wood or pine. Looking at the notes, they're spot on. The pine is barely noticeable though, but I do get the smidgen of bayberry and holly notes that give this scent a holiday feel. It's a very nice holiday type scent, and the throw is strong, 3.5 out of 5. Next is Tinsel. And the notes are pomegranate, strawberries, raspberries with a subtle hint of fresh peppermint leaves and fresh vanilla. Again, I'd expect this scent with this name to be minty or piney, but instead it's a very nice, sweet, creamy strawberry and vanilla with a bit of pomegranate. Actually, there might be a smidgen of peppermint, but it has no sinus clearing effect, so I'm not sure. But looking at the notes, they're spot on, although I still barely smell the peppermint. Throw on this one is strong, 3.5 out of 5. Next is Tricks or Treats. Notes are top notes of pumpkin, persimmon, and apple. Middle notes of blueberries, elderberries, currants, orange, and cinnamon. And bottom notes of sugarcane and vanilla. This is a pleasant, cozy cinnamon apple scent that might have a smidgen of cloves and a hint of a candy note. It kind of smells like sweet apple juice with cinnamon rather than cider. And there's no mulling spices, which would have a sour note if they were mulling spices. I think there's another fruit in there like pear or plum. The cloves give it a little bit of cozy warmth, and the cinnamon is like cinnamon candy, not a harsh big red cinnamon. It's a fantastic cold weather scent. Looking at the notes, there's a lot of other fruits in here besides apple, although apple is definitely the main note. I don't smell currants, I don't smell orange, and pumpkin, not really, since there's no nutmeg note, only the cinnamon cloves. And I knew I recognized this scent. It's very similar to, almost the same as Sensational's Welcome Home and Sensational's Home Sweet Home and Ambiescence's Comforts of Home and Sensational's Cozy Cottage. But this scent is sweeter and richer than those scents, so I like it even more. And the throw on this one is very strong, 4 out of 5. So this Tricks or Treats is a winner. Next is Wild Berries. Notes are sour cherries, fresh blueberries, and ripened raspberries. This is a really nice fruity scent of sweet strawberries, a hint of blueberries, and maybe a smidgen of raspberries. Looking at the notes, I don't detect cherry, although on cold sniff there's a bit of a sour note that I don't smell at all when melted, so that could be the sour cherries. And there's strawberries. No, there's no strawberries in this one, but that's what I thought I smelled. On the throw is strong, 3.5 out of 5. And last we have Witch's Brew. No notes are provided for this one, but this smells like fruitcake. I smell fruit like plums and brandied cherries, along with raisins and ginger that gives it a gingerbread note and a hint of cloves. It's a fantastic, rich, yummy scent. There's no notes provided, but from sources I've found online, Witch's Brew scented oils include cinnamon, clove, berries, apple, cedarwood, amber, and patchouli. And this kind of does smell like all of that. And the throw is very strong, 4 out of 5. So there you have it. Those are the 20 scents from, 20 of their many scents. They have more scents than that. For Mia Bella Scent Company. And if you want to read a text version of this review, just go to waxmeltreviews.com. And again, Mia Bella Scent Company website is M as in Mary, B as in boy, SCENT company.com. And if you want to get a 15% discount, use the promo code WM as in Mary reviews. That's WMREV as in Victor, IEWS as in Sam. And that will save you 15% on your order. Have a good day.